realestatequarterback.com. Make sure you let them know the Real Estate Quarterback sent you. Take them up on those special offers and incentives as well. All right, Dr. Scott Anderson back in studio with us. Welcome back, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. What are we going to talk about today, my friend?
Well, we're going to be talking about modern day relationships.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a hot topic. A lot to do about that. That's for sure.
Yeah, modern day relationships, and it's think about all the challenges to the modern day relationship. You look at, you got the social media challenges. You got these sites. What was the old site? Ashley Madison. Where they're making it easier to cheat on these online sites. I mean, the challenges are there. But there's also some positives as well. We see a Christian revival happening in America. Bible sales are up 42%. App downloads are up almost 80%. Christian music streaming 50%. So I think with the Charlie Kirk movement, everything, there's a strengthening of the American family, a strengthening of the American church, and I'm glad to see it happen.
Well, it's an attempt at it currently, which is great because we're going to move in the right direction. But I can assure you, the modern day relationships, the dating pool is more of a cesspool than a dating pool. And why are these relationships so hard in 2025? And I've collected so much data on this and heard so many people and had so many conversations. So I'll kind of give you the gist. Social media is huge. There's too much choice, first and foremost, and you have digital distractions, and that comes in the way of having, like I said, too much choice, always being on social media. 90% of relationships fail because of loss of trust, poor communication. There's lack of respect, which is similar, difference in priorities, and not enough intimacy, physical intimacy.
And money too. Money's got to be up there.
Well,
right?
and that's priorities. Yeah. So you know what I mean. When you talk about finances, that's more cohabitation and marriage stuff where that is affected. Yeah. And we'll get into the boss babe feminism stuff and monetizing their time for dating. But essentially, those are the reasons why relationships fail. So if you're on your phone, what I mean by digital distractions for females is if she's on that phone 10 hours a day, consumed and living in the matrix of Instagram and TikTok as her modeling debut, it's going to take away from the relationships because it breaks down communication. It takes down trust because she's interacting with 5,000 other guys, and the priorities aren't there, and you're not in real time communicating, talking, and connecting.
Right.
So social media, that's what I mean by why it's so hard, and that's one of the things wrecking it. Shifts in morality. We just talked about that with Charlie Kirk and stuff. There's hypersexualization in females. And again, that could be brought on, like I said, from feminism and other reasons as well. Breakdown in the family, fatherless homes, etc. But pretty much what happens is these girls, when they're on the internet dating area or Instagramming and putting their pictures of themselves in lingerie or practically nothing or underwear or bikinis, is they have tens of thousands of guys literally simping, coming after them, telling them how gorgeous and beautiful. And these women could be average, barely average, and they think they're, spectacular, tens. So there's this exaggeration of self-worth, inflated ego. Really, it's narcissism, is what it turns into. Not in the diagnosable sense, but narcissism in general. And there's just a general, again, hypersexualization of their physical being, and that becomes problematic in and of itself. And I'll tell you why. Because feminism and the boss babe mentality, you hear that all the time. I'm a boss babe, and feminism has literally driven women to be man haters and to think that they can be so individualized and independent that they exclude the interaction with men altogether, and they end up resenting men. So again, that creates this sexual monetization and the value of superficiality. And that's, listen, that's status chasing, and what I call the princess delusion. And you may have heard this, oh, I deserve to be treated like a princess. I'm a princess. Everybody's a princess. I don't think they realize what a princess is and what goes into that. They should really look into that. But it's hero worshiping the mentally unstable. And here's what I mean by that. Emotionally toxic people are being hero worshipped. It's on every channel.
Yeah.
You know, the Kardashians, Love is Blind, The Bachelorette, Love Island, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And what does that emphasize? These mentally, emotionally unstable, immature, over-sexualized idiots running around making a mockery of what love and relationships are supposed to be. And these females and males get indoctrinated into thinking this is normal. And it's just creating havoc in the ideals.
Especially too, Dr. Scott Anderson here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. I'm your host, Brandon Rhymes. And what else do you see?